I'm going to do now is get you to talk to each other. I'm going to do it with an exercise that works very well. It gives everybody the opportunity to speak and everybody the opportunity to listen, but it only takes 6 minutes. So the idea is that you get into pairs, and then one person talks for 2 minutes. I've brought my kitchen timer with me, so I will be timing 2 minutes, and it will beep. The question that I want to answer, I'll come to in just a second. But the process is, one person speaks, the other person listens. Now this is important. This is not a conversation. This is not about the other person sort of adding their bits in. It's about being heard. Then it's 1 minute to listen. Okay, so the second step is the other person now has 1 minute to speak. But again, it's not a conversation. It's actually about reflecting back what you have heard. Okay, so you are just reflecting back. You're just saying what the other person said, basically. But it confirms that you've heard what the other person said, and that actually is a real gift in itself. It's shown that you've given that person the gift of listening to them for 2 minutes. You then get to swap over and do the process again. So 6 minutes later, they're going to have the opportunity for you to have a conversation. I'm going to give you just a few minutes, and I might cut that down at 5 minutes. But a few minutes just to talk to each other about what you have said to each other. Okay? So if you want to get into pairs, I'm happy to be part of a pair.
Am I with you? Which way did you? How did you pair it then?
If I give a joy.
Right.
I haven't even told you what the question is. Are you listening? This is the long one. Which one project or activity, if I did it in an excellent and timely fashion, would have the greatest positive impact on my life? I'll say again. Which one project or activity, if I did it in an excellent and timely fashion, would have the greatest positive impact on my life? I'm not going to give you a lot of time to think about it. I just want you to talk. 2 minutes. I'll stick it on the board if you need to remember it. Go. 10 seconds left. You're welcome to swap over if you're ready to swap over. Okay, it's time to swap over, and 1 minute for the other person to feed back to you what they've heard. Fabulous. Thank you for that. 2 minutes, the person that's just been speaking gets to speak again on their subject for 2 minutes. Okay? Do we mind your question? Which one project or activity so in the excellent and timely fashion would have the greatest positive impact on my life? Okay, so 1 minute to feedback what you've just heard. I'm going to give you how long do you want? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just to have a chat, because I haven't given you the chance to have a conversation. So 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So 3 minutes just to talk about what you've heard from each other and to have a chat. Okay. So hopefully that's given you time to sort of talk about what your frog might be and how. Well, not about what you're going to do about it, but just to be able to vocalise it. I've done some work where I've shown a video to some middle leaders in schools, deputy heads and sort of aspiring leaders, and asked them what was their dream. It was a video from Hairspray of all films, and it was getting them to focus on this, but then just out of the blue asking them, so what's your dream? And they didn't think they had a dream when they started. They'd forgotten. They said they'd forgotten what their dream was, but they didn't think they could articulate it. And again, I gave them about 2 minutes to be able to write it down on paper, and then I got them to do something with it, and that made a huge difference to them. The fact that they'd actually got now on paper what it was that they were in this business for. Yes, it's a school, but what were they in the school for, and why were they doing it? And I'm hoping this might have a similar might have a similar impact with you guys. So if you want to note down anything about what your important frog, what would have the greatest positive impact on your life would be, then please feel free to grab a post-it note and to keep it. I'm not going to do anything with those.